My name is Jason McLean and I'm the Vice President of Marketing at Refrigiware. We make clothing and apparel for people who work in extremely cold conditions. So people who work in the food distribution industry, people who really bring the food all the way from the processor to our table, work in extreme conditions. They work in freezers, they work in coolers, sometimes all the way down to minus 60 degrees. And we provide the apparel, the clothing, the headwear, the footwear, the gloves, the bib overalls, the coveralls, the jackets, the base layers, everything that they need to stay protective with personal protective equipment when they're working in these extreme conditions. And in the past, we've been going to studios where there's a lot of maybe inconsistent lighting. We have to work a lot of time and spend a lot of time not actually behind the camera, but just working on lighting. Or we have to spend a lot of time taking photos over again because something was slightly wrong with it, and having to reset the lighting and do everything for the high vis or do everything for darker apparel. So going into the studio is very laborious. I mean, we have not only with the model shots, but with the mannequin shots, there's just a lot of variables that come into play. We've been using several OrbitView products over the last several years with the Alpha Shot XL and the Alpha Studio XXL, as well as the Fashion Studio. It really depends on which kind of product we're trying to shoot. If we're trying to shoot footwear and we need a tighter space, we may actually use a different product from OrbitView than if we were trying to shoot a model we need the full body shot for. And these products have really sped up our time to finish on a photo shoot. They've actually helped a lot with the configurations that we need, whether again it's a 360-degree rotation of a boot, or shooting a different angle on a glove, or shooting on a mannequin. It's just a lot of different variety that we can get out of just these three products, not to mention flat lay products, which we've used in the past as well. There's several different elements to the OrbitView products that help us when we're on a photo shoot. First of all, it's the consistent lighting, whether you're talking about above, from behind, or on the front lighting. A lot of different problems you run into the studio is just getting the lighting for one type of product versus another type of product. With OrbitView, it's really something that you can play with. It's fixed. It's really easy to use. You can just slide the bars across to get a little bit more lighting in the back or a little bit more lighting in the front. So it's very, very user friendly. And that really does help us when we're on a photo shoot get everything that we need and get multiples of everything that we need so that we can choose the best lighting or choose the best photo for our products. Especially in fashion, you deal a lot with especially workwear fashion, you deal a lot with reflective surfaces like, reflective tape on a product, or a high-vis lime or a high-vis yellow. And trying to do that in the studio, setting up from a black product to a high-vis yellow product, could take an hour. With OrbitView solutions, because of the fixed camera, the fixed lighting, where it's at, you can play with all of these options and all of these different variables with OrbitView that gets that shot quickly and gets you onto the next product. My recommendation for any company that's needing to shoot a fixed durable good, like a beverage or a fashion or jewelry or candles or furniture, anything along those lines, my recommendations would be to look at OrbitView, because the time that you have spending in the studio now is going to be cut in half by using the OrbitView solutions. The time that you spend post-production is going to be cut by more than half, because the products allow you to cut out the background as you're going through and shooting. So if you were looking for ways to save time and save money but still get excellent quality, I would say the OrbitView solutions are something you should seriously consider either bringing in-house or using at a remote studio.